It is KnJ in the morning. And, I'm Jay. This is K.
I'm K.
That's K. And representing that, we do have behind us on sort of as official as we can be, set up. And so, as you can see, K and J for obviously KnJ in the morning. I'm super excited. This is going to be episode number 5. What I'm not so excited about is the fact that it's 5 episodes in like 2 months. There's been a total of 3 weeks where we've had to reschedule, and that is literally the opposite of consistent. So we want to obviously work against that pattern of behavior, which we'll obviously continue to try and do here in the near future. And then the other complaint that I had to get out there before we actually get started is obviously my voice. And if you haven't been able to tell this far into the podcast, then maybe I shouldn't have said anything to begin with and you would have never noticed. But I'm just coming off of a pretty bad sickness. And unfortunately, it's lasted like a week.
Tuberculosis.
I don't know what that means. I really have no idea what that means. But anyways, today's like day number 7, I think, officially of being sick. So hopefully I'm sick no more. But anyways, this is the new setup. My brothers did a lot of work in here. I don't know if I told you that. We actually have a time lapse done with this camera. We have a time lapse of them rearranging the entire room from the way it was to being what it is now. I mean, they put in a lot of work, seriously. And so
It seems somewhat like spacious now too.
It's weird. And you know what's funny? He actually he told me like probably 5 or 6 times, like in the months before they made the arrangement, to actually do it. He came up to me many times and he asked me, he's like, what if we tried this? What if we tried this with the bed? And I was just, I hate myself for this sometimes. Like I feel like negative sometimes about things. But I told him, like, listen, we've tried everything. Like when Tyler lived here, we've tried all these different configurations and it doesn't change the fact that there's no space in here. And I thought I was right. But for some reason, this setup, like, what is it, bro? Like, I don't know. The way the bed is, I guess. Like, I have no idea, but I was 100% wrong. And, like, it's so much better now. And one thing I wanted to get out there before getting into any topics is this, and we haven't really discussed this. I'm just kind of saying this now. But I'm super down to really soon start opening this up to more people coming on, right? It doesn't just have to be you and me. It is sort of going to be whatever at first because I'm going to have them use like a USB microphone, but we've talked about that, like that you can still get some pretty good quality. Anyways, if you're somebody who watches the show, even more so what I want you to come on, right? Because that just shows you're down with the, with the vision, down with the, just the flow of how we do things. So listen, if you're someone that watches and you're seeing this part right now, come through and let's just talk. We can talk about whatever. I mean, if you've watched before, we talk about anything, sports, politics, spirituality, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, so whatever. If you're somebody who watches this, definitely if it's something you want to do, right? If you want to come talk, it's super relaxed. Don't feel pressured or anything like that. But I would love to have more people on. I think the max I would do is like 4 people, like you, me, and 2 others. Because besides
then
that,
people get like drowned out and
it becomes like 2, whatever. So I think 4 is good. If we're feeling more, we'll do that. But anyways, come through if you want to. We'll open up the floor to more people. But anyways, be honest, man, I wasn't too ready to shoot this today, so but there has been enough time since our last podcast with enough things unfolding for us to have a lot of juicy things to talk about, I guess. Is juicy. That's more so one of Cordell's words.
Juicy fruit.
It's more so Cordell's thing than my own, but I don't know if you had to pick one thing to start with, what do you think it would be? Because there has been a lot. I mean, last time we talked about the whole gun reform or that being what's prominent in the news today, but I mean since then and this was around the time we're going to shoot last week, but that bridge collapse in Miami or near Miami.
I didn't look too much into that. I don't know, like
I didn't either
exactly.
I just know that the only thing I've heard about it is like the contractors have been known for they've been like sued before, I guess. I absolutely hate stuff like that. I hate stuff like that.
I like when I first saw it, they had like a little subtitle or whatever, and it was like, oh, like they already knew that it was like cracks or whatever in it, and they knew that like it wasn't as stable as it should be. So just stuff like that is just like they just brush off, and it's just like we're at risk for that just because they don't feel like doing it. It's because they don't feel like spending money.
Do you know how many people died?
I think it was 2.
No, I think it was more than that. No, I thought last I heard was 8. I almost want to look it up now. But no, I feel like I do want to look this up. Hold on. Yeah, because last I heard it was 8. I saw 2 just now, so maybe you were right.
Maybe like 8 injured.
Yeah, I think it was 8 total who were injured. Can't find it. Anyways, I mean, regardless, that's ridiculous, dude. And like, I don't know. When I heard that, like, I don't know. To me, it's like, why are things like that not more secure? Like, how is that even minorly okay?
That's how it is for like everything though. Like even like with food, like with the food industry, like bad things are okay. Like it's.
I feel like with the food industry though, I mean, has there been an outbreak that's killed people though, with the food industry in the United States?
I don't know about like kill, but like get sick, yeah. Like
Yeah.
E. coli.
I know, dude. There's just like, I mean, I don't know. That's just so senseless, man. When I heard about that, I was like, I mean, at first I thought it was like an attack or something. You know what I mean? Like some terrorist thing.
Oh, speaking of attacks, did you see all the stuff going on in Texas?
No.
So I don't know if it's like a group of people or if it's just one person, but he's been sending like the bombs in the mail, like you know, like when you open the package and it explodes.
Yeah.
He's been doing that in Texas. I think he's like killed 3 or 4 people so far.
What?
And it's like all people of color. Like it's weird.
Okay, I've not.
He
heard
hasn't been
anything
caught
about
yet.
that. When did that break?
Pretty recent.
Jeez. That's. I mean, you know what's funny? I ordered a package. It's not really funny, but I ordered a package from Amazon, and it was shoes, right? And my grandma thought it was something. You know what? That might have been the reason why she thought it was that. Maybe she saw that in the news. But like
Yeah.
she had Fred and like Brandon. Like I think they said they put it outside or whatever. They were waiting till I got home to like figure out if I ordered something. So
But like the fact that you have to like really like be cautious with opening a package that
why,
came to
like
your house.
where are the
like,
regulations and like who's pack? You know what I mean? That's.
That
my
is weird how that
gosh.
just gets through. Like a bomb gets through to your house.
What
like,
is it? Like,
maybe they went over and just dropped it at your house.
Mm,
Because that could be the reason why. But like if it goes through the mail system,
golly.
like there's no way that should make it through.
No, I don't understand. Unless it's hidden in like a stuffed animal or something. You know, at that point maybe it's possible. But no, that's crazy. I hadn't even heard anything about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, as of recently in terms of news, I haven't been keeping up with too much. Whatever. Politics to me, it's cringe. Like I don't like getting involved. You know what? Listen, my thing with politics is this: like every single time you hear a piece of news in politics, it's someone's version of a story that they want you to, they want you to perceive it a certain way.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so like, it almost feels like if I'm not the one going and doing the work myself and reporting on things that are happening, it almost feels like I'm just hearing someone else tell me what they want me to think.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the media.
Right. And naturally so, because it's owned by someone with an opinion, you know what I mean? So, and they want to push that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what frustrates me. There really isn't like an unbiased, straight, whatever. So regardless, that's kind of what frustrates me with sports and with whatever. That's different because it's all objective, right? But with politics, doesn't matter what's going on. Like, so let's say somebody gets fired. That to me in the news has been huge. Like somebody gets fired. Like still, there's like the reasoning behind it and like what they're gonna do after they get fired or whatever. It's all like painted however they want you to perceive the story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I don't like about that, about politics and stuff. So I've been keeping out of that, recently. But so outside of news, not much to discuss there besides just the bridge thing. But besides that, I don't know. Sports, you got anything there?
I'm not talking about sports right now.
Why?
I'm upset.
Why?
Because Michigan State just lost.
Oh, I don't keep up. It's like we talked
Lost by
about this,
2.
dude. Basketball, college basketball.
Yes,
Come on,
March
man.
Madness.
Get that out of here, man. Get that
March
outta here.
Madness.
Get that out of here. What are you just saying?
Oh
It just because you say it louder doesn't mean
gosh.
anything. March Madness, and you know what's funny? This seems to be the year where everyone magically cares about it.
What you mean?
Like I feel like no one talked about this last year or years
We
before.
talk about it every year because it's every year, every March.
I
we
know
get
that
lit.
who gets lit, bro? Who's getting lit over college basketball? I know some people are, but like,
Nah, there's so many buzzer beaters
okay, but
and like upsets this year. This year was the first year that a 16 seed beat a 1 seed.
no one knows what that means, bro.
A 16 seed.
Okay, well, describe it for me because I only minorly get that. It has to do with the brackets or whatever,
Mhm.
and it's a round of 16, right? So whoever's last place to
Yeah,
qualify.
the first one is a round of 64. Then
Okay,
it's 32, 16, 8, 4, 2.
so 16th seed means
In the round of 64, no 16 has ever beat a 1 because 16 plays a 1, 15 plays a 2,
I see. They go from the bottom up,
Mhm.
so like that or whatever. Okay,
and the 16 has never won until this year.
so and that's first round. Oh, that's actually interesting.
Yes, so 16 has never advanced from the round of 64.
Huh. I feel the March Madness coming on. Dude. I feel like I want to be a part of this.
It's tingling.
No, but I don't understand like college basketball at all. There are too many teams, and
There's a lot of like random teams. Like the 16 seed that won, it was like some random like county, like like what?
Valencia. Valencia.
That's basically
beat,
what it was like. It was
Virginia
like
Tech or
Valencia beating like Duke.
Well, I don't know. That to me is just not. I don't know. The games, the highlights and stuff on ESPN, they look interesting, but
I love it.
I also don't like how there's only two halves in a college basketball game. It's nonsense to me. I mean, I guess it's the same thing though, right? It's the same like amount of time.
No, I think they played 2 20-minute halves.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still only short a little bit, right? Because it's 24 and a half usually. Yeah. I don't know. College sports in general, I can't get into football either. There's just too many teams. Like I just don't get it.
You only gotta follow a few.
But doesn't that bother you that there are other random teams out there, like
No.
and like they're adding ones
Like,
too? I feel like
cool.
they are. No, that's not. No, to me that's frustrating. But, anyways, the NFL offseason has been pretty interesting so far. A lot of quarterback trades going everywhere. Not that you care. I mean, you're all about your Detroit, and there's nothing happening.
Oh,
with them.
actually, we just sound LeGarrette. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's like Blount, something like that.
Wait. When did that happen?
Like 2 weeks ago. So he was on the Patriots. They won. Very next year on the Eagles, they won. This year, it's our year, baby. It's our time.
Now Detroit, they don't make the playoffs. They go 0-12.
Oh my gosh, I'll be so upset.
No, I can't believe they got LeGarrette Blount. It's Blount, by the way. I can't believe that. I didn't know that. That's disturbing.
That's what we needed.
He's
Our
great.
run game
man.
is trash.
He's great.
And it was for like dirt cheap.
What?
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 million.
But how much was he? Okay, and the Eagles couldn't re-sign him?
I mean, I'm sure they could have. I don't know.
If they didn't have money for him.
He's out here getting his checks.
No, I know. He's making money. He's making money. He's winning, too. I mean, it is what it is. He's getting dubs everywhere. So, dang, I didn't know that. Seriously. I hate Detroit. Listen, come back, man. I'm just playing. I mean, I don't really honestly care about Detroit. But I mean that in a good. I guess it's not a good way. I mean that in an indifferent way. It's fine. Gosh. It's fine, dude. When you go to Michigan, do you go to Detroit?
No.
So why do you care?
It's my home.
Shut up. Okay, but you've been to Detroit several times, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So is it like? So you know how if I lived in Miami, I could brag about it. Is that like Detroit?
No, it's just Detroit.
Oh, man,
it's a city.
Do people brag about Orlando? Like, do we? I don't think we do.
I think some people do.
I live where you vacation.
Like repping the 407.
Nah,
that's whack.
Nah. I mean, I'm proud of it. I mean, we have the. You probably can't see it. I should probably grab the GoPro and get a shot of it. But it is. Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's the 407. We got the 407 going with the with the Uno cards. Check this out. I'm getting the shot right there. You see? Repping the 407, yo.
And you used the green skip.
Yes, bro. Because come on, what are you gonna do? Like use the 0? That's boring, dude. Straight up. What are you talking about? 407 green skip. Skip the 407. Don't come here. I killed it. I killed it. No. It's not all right. I killed it.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Okay, see. Glad you could admit. But, yeah, we got the 407 up there. And that's all part of kind of what Fred and Brandon were doing. They just made this place dope. And this is our first one, right? In the new setup?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
With the light, too.
How long has it been?
2 weeks.
I thought this has been here for like a month already. There's no way.
No. Because we did the Friday, I think, before I left to Michigan.
Which was?
I left to Michigan on the 3rd or the 2nd of March.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's pretty recent. Anyways, yeah, that's okay. That's been 2 weeks and 14 plus 5 days or whatever. It's the 19th today. But okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just enjoying the new setup. I'm feeling it. But anyways, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about specifically? Because I'm drained, dude. I didn't storyboard or come up with a bunch of topics or whatever. I don't know, dude.
Well, before like I get into like something, have you heard about like what Amazon is doing now, like with their delivering?
No.
Like they walk into your house and like drop it off.
What do they drop off?
Your package.
In your what's?
So they have an Amazon.
That's crazy, dude. What the front door's not good enough?
They install it on your door, like on the handle.
Like
so you have like a special handle
to walk in when you're not there.
So then they'll knock. If no one answers, then they'll like unlock it, just drop it, close the door, lock it back, and then that's it.
Oh, so they just leave it at the front door.
Inside.
Right. I don't understand. Okay. Well, I guess
so
if
no
you
one
order
like steals it or whatever.
Yeah, if you order a computer or something, you don't want it to be out there taking. I didn't hear about that at all. Amazon is taking over the world.
But what do you think about that though? Like,
I mean, I don't.
Would you get that?
No, no. But I wouldn't do half of the stuff Amazon offers. Like, I'm not gonna like one of the voice box things or whatever, like Alexa or Google Home. I know that's Google, but still, like, I'm not. For some reason, people think that that's gonna be some huge thing, and it's like, it's already been done on Siri. Like, I don't really understand why you need a designated device for that. It does Alexa, like, does the very concept of Alexa, does that not come across as an app, right? It's just
You're
voice
right.
commands.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, right?
It's like turn off the lights and stuff. Like,
buy more milk. And I get that's one of the cooler parts. No, I'm serious, because that's what a lot of people use it for, shopping or whatever.
Wait, what do you do with? They don't deliver the milk. How do they get their milk?
Have you heard of Amazon? Like Amazon, what is it? Amazon Fresh?
No.
So Amazon does grocery
They
shopping.
have
now.
everything.
Bro, Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm saying they're taking over
Amazon
the world.
Fresh?
Amazon, I think it's called Amazon Fresh. I could be wrong, but I remember.
Sounds absolutely ridiculous. Fresh.
You're gonna make me look this up now as well. Here, I'll use my phone.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like, bro,
Fresh.
that's what they use for. Look, I don't know if that's what it's called, but
reminds me of Subway.
Amazon Fresh grocery. Yep, Amazon Fresh.
So what do they do? Like, how do you get your milk?
I don't know how you get your milk, but what I do know is that they drop. Oh my gosh. Is that they drop off groceries to your house? Look, the first thing it's asking me is for my zip code, and they're not currently available in my area, so I guess they're not taking over the world as quickly as we thought. But
only in Detroit.
Yeah, no, not in Detroit. If it's in Detroit,
you gotta get armored cars in Detroit.
You picture an armored Amazon car rolling up to your house with eggs and like a machine gun. Like they had an M16. They're looking around. Here are your eggs. Oh no, but yeah, Amazon Fresh, they do groceries. I don't know if, because that's not something you can leave outside. So I don't know if they do the handlebar thing that you're talking about, or if you schedule a time when you're home. But yeah, that's them. And
that's just laziness.
But you gotta understand, like, is that laziness? Because, like,
yes.
Well, okay, but it's not lazy to order an alarm clock instead of going to Walmart to get it. I think it's innovation, and I would never use it. Let me clarify, but I don't think it's laziness. I think it's where we're headed. And but anyways, yeah, Alexa will use your voice for ordering stuff like that. Hey, or like, I know they have it set up now to where you can just kind of complain and it'll order your stuff. So you can just say, hey, Alexa, I'm out of detergent. Or you can just say, I'm out of detergent. I think you don't even have to say Alexa. And it'll take care of you and it'll get you whatever. So, but they started with the dash buttons, right? You just click it and you got Tide Pods at your house for lunch, or whatever. But, yeah, so like they do the dash buttons. They got Alexa, they got groceries. And I'm not going to use any of that because it just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like how Blockbuster's not there because of Netflix. I miss Blockbuster.
But Netflix is fire.
Have you ever been to Blockbuster?
Yes, I have been to Blockbuster.
Then you should not be saying what you're saying right now. Bro, listen to me. When you go on Netflix and you type in a dope movie, right? One that you want to see. It could be a classic, whatever. Most of the time it's going to tell you we have that on DVD delivery, right? They don't have available to stream that many movies, that many good ones at one time. But if you went into Blockbuster back then, bro, you were leaving with 5 of whatever movie you wanted to, older ones and new ones.
A couple of games.
And a couple PlayStation 2 games. And a bucket of popcorn. And Whoppers. You know, little
Whoppers
chocolate.
are trash.
They're
Don't
nasty.
even-
They make
don't
me
even
feel like I'm
stop.
chipping my tooth when I bite into them. And then there's every once in a while you'll bite into one and it'll just be nice and chewy because it's stale. it's the nastiest thing. Whoppers, and just the
my
name too,
gosh.
Whopper. You think it's a Burger
Yeah.
King thing. But anyways, no,
Like a
man, come on.
Whopper.
Blockbuster, dude. I remember we went there like every single week as a family.
In Michigan, we have Family Video and Blockbuster. But
Family.
like, Family Video was very like
I wonder if Family Video is still around.
it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me
how?
let me explain Midland, Michigan to you.
Oh my gosh, they don't have internet access. Is that it?
That's what everyone seems to think when I describe it.
Well,
Everyone thinks that
if
it's
they still
cow
have a need
tipping
for a,
and-
well, I didn't say all that, but if there's cows just openly ready to be tipped and are tippable, I will tip. But listen, with Blockbuster, like, it's a feeling, bro. You wouldn't understand. You're too young. Oh, I'll pull the young card out, dude. But I'm just saying, for anybody who's been to Blockbuster, you know, like,
I
you
do
know.
understand.
No, you don't.
I
because
do.
Netflix is fire. No, it's not fire compared to Blockbuster.
Innovative.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then grocery shopping on Amazon's not. What are you talking
Right.
about? Oh, no, it is. What are you talking about? Like, okay, the only
I mean,
bad
I guess
thing I
it
think
kind
is
of
like,
the same thing.
well, whatever. Like with Amazon Fresh, you can't check your expiration dates. But hey, there's probably a setting you can put like, hey, no later than or no earlier expiration date than fill in the blank. You know what I mean?
What if you can like rent milk? How
How are you gonna give it back, bro?
Just put like 1 cup. All right, gotta
Give it back. Yeah, the next person's gonna use it. Like Amazon they're killing it, but yeah, I would never partake in that. And dash button, Alexa. It's just, dude. I was watching some videos the other day of like Elon Musk. You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever, SpaceX or whatever. And he has a lot to say about like these companies, like how powerful they are. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, like we talked about, like they're like near monopoly. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Google, Amazon. I don't know if Apple's up there, but
Apple is definitely up there. I think they're almost at either they just reached $1 trillion, like on the market or whatever, or they're like about to reach $1 trillion.
that's weird. They don't really have like. The reason I think that's weird is because like Amazon and Google, they have so much like consistent income. Apple's like, to me, it's like only when they come out with a new product. But maybe
Right.
I'm missing something. I don't know. Well, the products cost a lot, and a lot of people buy them. So
I mean, Apple also has Beats, and I mean they're buying
Yeah.
like other.
They do have
things,
Apple
so-
Music, which is
yeah.
sustaining whatever. But yeah, these companies, they freak me out a little bit. Just because, like, I don't know, man. It's like they have all the food and we need it. I feel like they have everything. They have.
You have to go to them. So
Yeah,
getting bigger
exactly,
and bigger and
bro.
bigger.
But you know, like with the whole Revelation thing, dude, like the end of times, the food and the resources are gonna be in one place, and you got to get marked to.
Yeah,
Swear, if they make me get a little Amazon logo on my wrist,
it's over.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm gonna. Hey, Elon Musk, take me to Mars, dude. So, that's all I mean is that it's scary because it's representative of like what has been prophesied about. So.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a company later on though that's not these that the Bible's talking about, and it didn't necessarily talk about companies. I'm just saying it kind of seems like that's what it would be. So that's Who would have thought? I always think about this. Who would have thought a search engine would have been right? Am I right? Because that's how these guys started off. It was a search engine, but now they have phones. The
Google, yeah.
Pixel, whatever. I mean, they like, but you know what it is? Because of like Google ads or whatever. They became such a popular search engine that they started their own advertising business or whatever. Where, and then, but also like they bought. I don't know if they. I think they bought YouTube in one of those years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is a huge platform. Like it's a huge money raker for them. And then
That's
I don't
getting
know.
bigger too.
Amazon has Twitch now, the game streaming site, and they've had it for a couple of years. Google was about to buy Twitch, and Amazon swooped
They
in
were?
last second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just, but that's I don't know. It's surprising that Apple's up there. I don't know why it is. It just is. But yeah, I would never do Amazon Fresh. I'm gonna go buy my groceries normally, unless they do what they did with the rest of the industry and just make it the cheaper option. Because in that case, you have no choice.
I'll be upset because I enjoy grocery shopping.
Well, now you know how I feel about Blockbuster.
I know how you feel about Blockbuster.
No, Netflix is fire. That's disrespectful
Oh.
to Blockbuster, bro. Rest in peace, Blockbuster. Blockbuster. And rest in peace, Toys R Us.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. That's because all these kids just playing on iPads, like all these toys. Like nobody's playing with Legos no more. They're playing Lego games.
It's like
everything is here. Everything is here.
I need just to make a trip to every Toys R Us there is before they're
wasting your time.
No, what are you talking? It's like you have no heart for nostalgia. I want to go and I want to see these places one last time, just smell them before they're dead, because they are dead.
Smell them.
Well, you know, bro. Well, did you ever shop at Toys R Us as a kid?
No.
No? Why? They don't have them in Flint, Michigan?
Not from Flint.
Whatever.
I don't know. I just didn't like play with toys. Like literally every day I was outside all day.
That's so sad. I'm just kidding.
No, let me explain my living situation as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of the time we were in a small apartment complex, and it was kind of shaped like a U. So it was buildings here, a ton here, and there was just one house right here. This is where my cousins used to live. So it was like even better. But like everybody like knew each other. It was like a community or whatever. So there was like other kids. So all we did was just go outside and play all day.
And
So,
you enjoyed that?
Absolutely. We built ghetto ramps in the parking lot. We were out there at 2 o'clock in the morning jumping
Ramps?
off of them. Yes. We made it out of like a little toy car and then just some random wood. We just put it up against the curb and it was fine. It was sturdy.
So different from my situation. There were 6 of us. 7 including Fred, but he was on his own at that point. But like, it was just, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. We played outside a lot, right? Basketball, because we had like our own hoop or whatever. We would do football, baseball sometimes. Like, that was a thing. We did that a lot, but it was so much like video games with each other, trying to like beat each other and stuff like that. And it was also like wrestling too. We used to wrestle a lot. Our mom bought us like the belts or whatever, like the championship belts. But the thing is, we also had a wrestling video game, so we would. It's crazy, man. Like, we would play the wrestling game and like the video game, and we would be in such a mood to actually wrestle. We'd go do it with the wrestling belts and stuff. It was a good time.
Like, I had a PlayStation 2, but we never really played it. I think I remember having 4 games that like I actually played like every once in a while. One was The Fairly Odd Parents. That game was fresh.
For what system?
PS2. This is all for PS2.
Whoa. I'll look that up.
It's called Breaking the Rules. DA Rules. Second is Sled Storm. I wish that one still worked. It was just basically like a racing game, like with sleds. And not sleds, snowmobiles. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Breaking the rules.
3.
So Fairly Odd Parents,
Yes.
the video game.
And then like next was Sled Storm, the snowmobile racing. 3.
But you didn't have like anybody to play with, did you? Because that's like
just
the
like the
only
neighborhood kids, like they would come over, we'd play sometimes.
Okay.
3 would be Midnight Club.
What's that, racing? Oh, okay. I feel like I remember that.
4, Dance Dance Revolution. That was my game.
How would you play that without the pads?
No, we had the pads.
Really?
Yeah. Like you just plug it into the PS2.
And you step on it?
Yep.
That's weird. Were they like soft?
Fun. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I know you probably didn't look like it. Damn, that's such a weird game. I've never liked that game.
What?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's
Weird.
so fun.
Another thing we did was board games. A lot of board games. Clue, Monopoly. We didn't even know.
I never played Clue.
You're missing out, bro.
Everybody keeps saying I'm missing out because I haven't played things, but like, I don't understand like the hype about it. Like I haven't. Okay, so these are things that I haven't done. You're gonna be kind of upset.
Wow. Do not. You're gonna get me mad. Do not frustrate me here, please.
All right, so never played a Game Boy, so no Pokemon, no nothing.
I guess that's okay.
All I've played is the only Mario game that I've played is Mario Kart on the Wii.
Ugh. See, that's crazy because that's the worst one. It is the worst one.
Right.
No.
I've never seen any Harry Potter movies. Never seen any Star Wars movies.
Wow, we're on the same page with both of those.
Good.
Now, see, I feel like now somebody's cringing at both of us. Like, that's so bad. No Star Wars? Oh my gosh.
What else is like super
It just looks
popular that I
weird,
haven't
man.
done?
Star Wars looks weird.
I don't know. Just couldn't get into it. Like, I never could get into watching Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball Z. Can never get into watching it.
Well, all forgivable. I thought you were going to say some very, like, for the most part, you just named kind of things that, I don't know, a lot of kids did, but more so like the nerdy ones would care about you not having done. So, a little bit striking a chord with me, just a little bit, but besides his Dragon Ball Z, I never cared about that. The Pokemon show, like Pokemon, I used to watch it a little bit, but it was never that good to me. Yu-Gi-Oh! Though was the bomb, bro. We used to watch that every weekend, all three, me, Tyler, and Brandon.
The only thing that I really watched is like Teen Titans.
That was good, too.
All the time.
That was good, too. That was good. What's funny is that we weren't so much into that. We were. I think I was the most into it, but I feel like I didn't tell anybody that. But I liked it a lot.
Just low-key watching.
Yeah, everyone's just watching with me, like, change the channel. I'm like sweating, like, please don't change the channel. But no, that was good. I mean, but I never got into Dragon Ball Z. It's just weird, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Fight scenes are super corny to me. Yeah. I don't know. I was never into that. But no, anyways, I don't feel like you missed out on a lot then. But Clue is super good. Clue is super
I
good.
don't know how to play it. I feel like it's too confusing.
Yeah, it kind of is. But it's worth it though, dude.
All I've played, like board games, I played Life. I love playing Life.
It's good.
There was one time I had to get 2 cars because I had so many kids in that game.
For real?
Yes. I filled up the whole van and I had to get a second one.
We just played the way that you couldn't have any more kids.
Nah, I got a second car.
Doesn't that mean bad things though? Because then you run into spaces where you have to pay for each kid or whatever.
I don't remember how I fared out in that game.
Whatever. Life is good.
Uno, obviously. It's not really a board game, but
Yeah, but it counts. Kind
I think that's it, to be honest. And then Candyland.
Wow, dude. Now you're talking now you're going backwards. That's like 4-year-old stuff. I was like, move to the color. It's like the dumbest game ever if you really think about it. You just move to the color it's the luck game. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's not like, I'll kill you in Candyland, bro. Like, no, I'm the Candyland champion, dude. You know what you're talking about. Like, it's you just draw a card and you move. That's it. But yeah, I don't know. No, okay. It's not that bad. You know, the thing is with us, like, there's 6 of us, dude. So we always had stuff to do. I feel like I could never grow up like by myself or even semi by myself with like a brother that's much older or whatever.
Yeah.
So
What I really did, like, I don't know, since like I had a younger sister, so I couldn't like relate to her because I was a young boy.
Mhm.
She was a young girl, obviously into different things.
yeah.
Malachi was an infant, so it was like all I did was, what I did to entertain myself was like play pranks like on my sister.
Dang.
Because she had a TV in her room, and she used to be able to like, she would be so into the TV. There was one time I crawled in her room, went underneath the TV, like the TV's here, the stand's here.
Oh my gosh.
Went across the TV. She didn't even see me.
Oh my gosh.
Underneath
it?
Yeah, I would just hide in her room and I would like start laughing, and then she'd be like, "Get out!"
Oh my gosh, that is funny, dude. Dang, I could imagine little Cordell like trying to figure out fun stuff to do. Ends up on breaking people. You've been messing with Malachi since he was little, or no?
I still do.
Oh, I know.
Let me show you a video.
I'm saying, like, did you mess with him when he was young, like
after.
super young, like when he was barely walking?
No.
No, because I mean, at that point you were like what, 7 yourself?
Yeah, I was 7 when he was born.
Oh, you were 7 when he was born.
I was changing his diaper.
Oh, really?
At 7.
That is crazy. Ugh. I don't know, dude. There's something about changing diapers that I just hate. Yeah, exactly. I hate it. But still excited to have kids, but just not excited for that part. I'm gonna like have all of my kids' uncles and aunts. There are many of them. Have them all take care of that for me, because that's too much. I don't know. I'm not good with that type of stuff. not good with that. Injuries and all that stuff. I get a little bit nauseous. But
if my kid is anything like me, it'll be nonstop hospital runs to the ER.
Wait, have you gone to the hospital a lot?
I lived at the ER.
What did you like break?
I broke this wrist twice. My last injury was my tailbone, fractured it, or it wasn't my ankle.
I mean, it makes sense if you're talking about building ramps and jumping off of them.
That one I didn't get hurt too bad. I kind of just fell on my side and my leg was like.
But that being your lifestyle, it's just you're more prone to injury probably. I've only ever sprained my ankle and broken my collarbone. Both not a big deal. I mean, that didn't need surgery for any of them, so that's good. Tyler got his ankles broken in basketball, crossed up by an 11-year-old, and literally broke his ankle. But there was water on the floor apparently.
So, sweat?
No, I think it was water. I have no idea, but that was funny not funny, but this is funny to think about back then. He doesn't ever complain about his ankle though, so he's good. But I don't know. Injuries, I don't do injuries well. I don't do being sick well either, but here I am being a pro at it. Here's day 7. But you had something else to run through. I think you said you were gonna get into a serious topic.
I guess.
There he goes. This guy's just.
So I wanted to like run by you a dream that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So like like I told you the situation about my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So like like what she's like going through currently.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a dream about her. And it was at the house that we were at last. And she was.
How many houses have you had in Florida?
4. We're on the 4th one.
Wow, that's crazy.
We move all the time. We'll probably have to move soon again, but whatever.
Wow, dude. Is that because of like work stuff?
No. The last one, we were renting it out, and then they wanted to sell it, so they sold it. And now that's what's happening with this one that we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're renting it out, and now they're like, oh, now we want to sell it.
Okay. Dang. I mean, but okay. That's just crazy. I've only ever lived in 3 houses. But how many of you lived in total? Dang, if you can't even, like, that's crazy.
No, I gotta go, like, through. It's been a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 4. So it's 11.
Oh my, she had plus 4. Jeez, man.
11 houses.
You're on your 11th now.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be your 12th if you move again.
It's a lot of moving.
That's too much.
Moving
man.
sucks.
Yeah, I know. I've done it twice.
Done it twice in like the past 5 years.
Jeez, man.
Okay, so this dream. So we were at the last house. She was like on the roof, and she ended up like, I was just standing to the side like in the grass area, and it's gonna get like, I don't know. It's kind of like a sad dream or whatever.
Okay.
But so she jumps off the roof and like kills herself.
Dang.
And then like in the driveway, like written in chalk, she like wrote down a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't remember like everything because like I woke up and I was kind of like shook.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like afterwards I wrote down like a few things. So she wrote down, this isn't everything, but it's just what I remember.
So you wrote stuff down after you woke up from a dream?
Yeah, like I wrote down what she wrote down in the driveway.
That's crazy.
She wrote down the word towel. She wrote down the word insecure twice, the word secure twice, the word alone, the word failure. That's all I can remember that she wrote down.
Wow, that is crazy. Dude, one thing I would love to discuss on the podcast, maybe next time, is like the science or whatever of dreams, like, and what they, what they display or what they mean about your own thought processes and things like that. I know I've always heard like with your dreams, a lot of what happens in your dreams is like, I'm not going to say it properly because I don't remember, but it's like thoughts that were almost thoughts but weren't.
Okay.
Like things in your head that were about to come to your mind or whatever, but they never actually came to the front of your mind. And they end up coming back as dreams. I want to look more into that, and we can discuss that more later. That is crazy. That's crazy. And it's good you wrote some stuff down, because then when we discuss, we can kind of reflect on that as well. Because that is
It was like super, super. Oh, and then also, okay, so there's more to the dream. I'm just remembering now. So like after that, we had to like do the funeral thing. Like, I still haven't like at this point in my dream, like it was still like well, like what happened? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like any tears from me yet. So we went to the funeral, and there was, I can't remember. It was like some kind of instructor or something. That was, I guess it was her instructor, and then she was like, she walked up to me and then she was like, "Oh, we could have prevented this." And then like I had like flashbacks of like situations of just my sister like being alone. So like there was this one where she was by herself like at an event, like can't remember like what she was watching, but like she was like in the stands. She was just by herself. So like I remember like seeing that, and then like once I saw that, like I still like no reaction. But then once I got in the car and like we drove away, that's when like in my dream like I just bursted out in tears.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. I mean, have you looked into, whatever dream? Not obviously not interpretation or something along those lines where it's like sort of, I don't know.
I have in the past, but I haven't even like told her about this dream yet, just because it was like,
yeah, that's
wild,
man. Because I don't know, whatever. Not to pick it apart too much, but like whatever is written in chalk or whatever. Those are your own thoughts. You know what I mean? Your own perception of the situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's very, very interesting and whatever. So we can talk about that more on the next one for sure. We have to make sure to do that because there's a lot to break down there. But I would look into that for sure, because that's your own perception, right? It's not like, it's not necessarily, could be, but it's not necessarily reality, because that's impossible, you know, for whatever. But it's your own, your own view of things and your own perspective and your own thoughts that go through your head because of whatever is going on. So, wow, that's super crazy, dude. I can't remember that. I don't think I've ever had a dream that I considered important and that I need to really, ponder.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Wow. So we'll wow, that actually, not in the wrong way, but it gets me like excited for like learning more about, you know what I mean, about that, because that's crazy, man. Wow. I appreciate you sharing it for sure. That leaves a lot to be discussed. I almost wish we had like whatever researched now to like discuss it, because that's crazy. I feel like I haven't dreamt in a long time, which isn't good. You're supposed to dream because it's like REM sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I've been having a lot. I like bad dreams too, but
yeah.
Like before I left to Michigan a few days before, I had a dream that I was like in like an airport, and then there was like an active shooter, and then all the lights got shut off, and then like the lights came back on, like all the monitors, and then there was like, "Oh, you're safe, you can leave now." And then like I was like hesitant, and then like I looked up and like I saw like the dude like walking across, and I was like, no, it's fake, like he hacked the system. It was like days before I had to fly out, so I was tripping when I was in the airport.
Dude, there's stuff to be broken down about that. Like that's your own. I almost wish there was like a dream doctor you could go to and be like, "Yo, what does this mean?" Type stuff, or what does it mean that I'm thinking about or concerned about or whatever. Wow, that's crazy. So listen, I feel like we can start proactively thinking about things to talk about in the next one. So the dream thing is probably one of the biggest ones. I also want to discuss Fortnite, because of the simple reason that it has become like a cultural phenomenon. Really, it has. Like it's not even just. It's just crazy. It's not even something only gamers do. Mm-hmm. Like people that don't play games are wanting in on this because it's a very simple concept people can understand. And it also just feels really good to win. The 2 times that I have, I can vouch for.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Well, you really haven't won yet?
Nah.
Well, then we need to get to work. But the gym closes at 12, and I need to go take care of that too. We got an hour and a half. But anything in closing for all of our podcasters out there? I feel like this is I don't know how long we've been going, but let me see. This will be able to tell us. 47 minutes. I feel like it's an ideal length, 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I still stress that it's not necessarily meant to be listened to in its entirety. Can be, but not necessarily, whatever. So, I mean, if anybody's made it this far, appreciate it.
I think we should put, like, timestamps in it, too. Like
for sure.
In the description, like,
for sure.
Talk about this topic here, this
yeah,
topic here.
Absolutely. That's actually a really good idea. Well, I'll actually have them take care of that, because they'll be happy to whatever. They'll be editing and throwing it up there on the
Mhm.
channel for us. So definitely timestamps in there, and then also just kind of advertising it as that, like click in the description for whatever for timestamps. I hope you can do that on your phone. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Mhm.
Okay.
If anything, it'll show the time. You can just scroll or
To
whatever.
it, yeah, and have that topic be here. Awesome. Well, this is KnJ in the morning. Okay, listen, I moved away from my mic, so it didn't sound as crisp. This is KnJ in the morning, episode number 5, and I don't know. Besides my chair breaking in the middle of it, which we'll obviously have to cut out. Literally, the leg on my chair just completely snapped.
Gone.
So yeah, it's like and it flew across the room too. So as you can hear, this thing sounds like a scary movie. So we got to get a new one in here eventually. But anyways, good episode besides that. And we'll do it again on the next one for sure. KnJ in the morning, episode 5. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.